In a quiet little town, there lived a boy named Ryan. He was incredibly intelligent and full of potential. There was no doubt he could achieve anything he set his mind to. Ryan had a big dream. He wanted to become a doctor. His goal was clear, and things seemed to be going well. But Ryan struggled with one major challenge. He couldn't control his own mind. His thoughts were constantly scattered. Whenever he tried to sit and study, his mind would wander. Sometimes it drifted toward his phone, other times to Facebook or YouTube, and often into endless daydreams. He would tell himself, "I've got plenty of time. I'll study later." But that later never really came. Though his parents and teachers constantly reminded him of the importance of focused study, Ryan believed that intelligence alone would carry him through. He thought talent was enough to succeed. Then came the results of a school scholarship exam. Ryan had been quietly hopeful. Winning the scholarship, he believed, would bring him one step closer to becoming a doctor. But when the results were announced, his heart sank. He had failed. His friends who studied consistently had done very well. The same teachers who once praised him now looked at him with disappointment. That evening, Ryan sat alone in silence, feeling embarrassed and disheartened. He knew he wasn't lacking in intelligence. He had simply misused his time. At that moment, he had a powerful realization. Being smart isn't enough. Without self-discipline, success remains out of reach. From that day forward, Ryan decided to change. He searched for a mentor, someone who could not only teach academic subjects, but also instill the habits of discipline and self-control. That's when he met Coach Miller, a seasoned physical education teacher known for helping even the most distracted students develop focus. Coach Miller wasn't just about fitness. He trained students to strengthen their minds just as much as their bodies. People often said that under his guidance, even the most undisciplined boys transformed over time. Ryan approached him and said, "Coach, I really struggle to concentrate. Every time I sit to study, my mind jumps from one thought to another. How can I improve my focus?" Coach Miller smiled warmly and replied, "Mastering the mind isn't easy, Ryan. Come with me." He led Ryan to the school playground and pulled out a toy bow and arrow from the equipment room. Setting up a target in the field, he challenged Ryan. "If you can hit the bullseye, I'll know how focused you truly are." Ryan took the shot, but missed the mark. "What were you looking at when you released the arrow?" Coach asked. Ryan responded, "I was looking at the trees, the field, and the board." Coach shook his head. "That's exactly your problem. You're trying to look at everything all at once. A great athlete focuses only on the target, nothing else." He continued, "Ryan, your mind is always pulled in different directions by your phone, social media, and distractions. If you truly want to succeed, then during your study time, your focus must be solely on your goal." Ryan nodded. He was beginning to understand, but he asked, "Coach, how do I start? What can I do to build discipline?" Coach Miller shared 4 simple principles. 1. Master your thoughts. Whenever your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back and remind yourself, "This is my time to study. I must focus." 2. Create a daily routine. Structure your day. Decide when to study and when to rest. Over time, your mind will begin to follow this pattern naturally. 3. Eliminate distractions. Phones, TV, and pointless apps steal your attention. periods without interruption. A few months later, Ryan sat for another important exam. This time, not only did he pass, he topped the class. Ryan understood it wasn't just his intelligence that brought him success. It was his discipline, consistency, and focus. About a year later, as he stood on stage receiving a scholarship, a quote from Coach Miller echoed in his mind. "The mind is like a wild horse. If you don't train it, it will take you anywhere it wants. But if you train it, it will carry you exactly where you need to go." From that day forward, Ryan lived by one principle: discipline your mind and success will follow.